You're watching Local 5 News. We are Iowa.
Well, we've reported this week the federal government is funded, with President Biden signing a $1.7 trillion spending bill just days ago, and that bill includes changes to your retirement savings plans. Joining us now is Mark Triplett with Triplett-Westendorf Financial Group. Mark, thank you for joining us. This is a lot to unpack, so let's get to the changes and how do they impact retirement savings.
Sure. So the Secure Act 2.0 is really building off of the Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement Act from 2019. And before the ink dried on that piece of legislation, talks of a Secure Act 2.0 were floated. And it really, these changes are intended to help folks save for retirement and make it easier for employers to offer retirement plans to a broader range of employees.
Yeah, that's a lot to break down. What are the biggest changes that could impact retirement savers?
Well, four big ones I think we should address. Number one is the RMD age, or required minimum distribution age. The Secure Act, original Secure Act, increased that required minimum distribution age to 72. The Secure Act 2.0 is going to bump that up to age 73. So beginning in 2023, next year, those who attain age 73 will have to take required distributions from their retirement plans. It's also going to increase it to age 75 a decade later. Now, just because you can delay taking distributions from your pre-tax accounts doesn't necessarily mean you should. We always encourage folks to consider stuffing their brackets every year, maybe making distributions in those lower tax brackets if they can, or maybe doing Roth conversions to be a little bit more tax-wise. Another piece of the Secure Act 2.0 is expanding the catch-up contributions. For those who are trying to save for retirement, maybe got a late start, once you reach age 50, you can make catch-up contributions to both your IRAs and your 401ks. Your 401ks now are going to get an added boost. For those who are really late starters, age 62 to 64, they're going to be able to make enhanced contributions to those starting in 2025. So a lot of things going on. There's so much to unpack, really, Samantha. We could spend a lot of time on this topic, but another big one is going to be for student loan matches. Those who are making payments to their student loans have to really struggle. Do I save for retirement, or do I make student loan payments? Now they're going to be able to make student loan payments starting in 2024 and have their employers make contributions to their retirement plans as part of their matching program. So that's a big one. Will help out a lot of folks too.
Yeah, it is so much to think about, and it's such a huge amount of money, and times are changing so much with inflation and just a lot of factors people are taking into consideration that really was unanticipated. What happens next?
Well, I think that as everybody unpacks this legislation, we learn more about the details. It's important to sit down with your tax professional and your financial advisor and look at your long-term written plan. Determine what pieces of the Secure Act 2.0 are going to apply to you and when, and then make adjustments as necessary. And
advice that you have, I think, for one, is don't panic, right? With a lot of changes, maybe going the way people did not want to see. Don't panic, and you always say don't make choices out of fear, right?
Yeah, don't make rash decisions. Most of these provisions are going to take place later than 2023. Only a handful of them actually take effect next year, so we have time to plan. And it's better to prepare than to repair. So take things easy, make decisions slowly, and don't haste makes waste in this industry.
We appreciate that so much. And next up, we got to, of course, talk about how to set yourself up for success with this new year around the corner. So we'll be looking forward to having you back to talk on that. So much to unpack here. I saw that $1 trillion approval, and I just thought, we got a lot to follow up on and explain to our viewers. So thank you so much for your time and helping us all digest and understand what this all means. And happy holidays to you. I'm glad you got some time in with family.
Thank you for having me. It was great. I'm glad you got to spend a holiday here in Iowa.
Yeah, my first one.
With the Flatlanders here. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, it was nice and relaxing, but albeit frigid.